ever endless love, such joy and grace beyond my mind to fathom, and peace-filled wisdom that shines below and above. You rescue me from all the fears my mind imagines, and give me courage and faith to remove my doubts. I've come to know you are my dearest companion. Through time's endless journey, I feel you all around. Through time's endless journey, I feel you all around. Searching for your love, so many roads I've traveled, from valleys low to mountains high above. You carry me when I lose the strength for battle, and give me wings to fly beyond this world. You rescue me from all the fears my mind imagines, and give me courage and faith to remove my doubts. I've come to know you are my dearest companion. Through time's endless journey, I feel you all around. Through time's endless journey, I feel you all around. There are so many names in ever so many faces, yet your name is my shelter. You've always been within my heart and soul. You're my one and only refuge, my reason for being, my one and only home, my reason for being, my one and only home. You rescue me from all the fears my mind imagines, and give me courage and faith to remove my doubts. I've come to know you are my dearest companion. Through time's endless journey, I feel you all around. Through time's endless journey, I feel you all around. Your name is my shelter, my one and only home. You are my refuge, my one and only home. Yes, you are my refuge, you are my one and only
Sato Ma Sadgamaya Tamasho Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Mritangamaya Avir Maidhi Rudro Yatte Dakshinang Mukham Te Namang Pahi Nityam Te Namang Pahi Nityam Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real, lead us from darkness to light, lead us from death to immortality, and evermore shine in our hearts with your resplendent face. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So today our topic is 3 enemies of spiritual life. Three enemies. We have innumerable enemies, but Bhagavad Gita has pinpointed 3 major enemies which is blocking our spiritual journey. We are, as in the philosophically we all know, that we are all pure self. We are born to enjoy this infinite freedom, infinite bliss. We are that. But there is some blockage. And there are obstacles to understand that, to realize that, to feel that, to experience that. Apparently, we blame external environment, external situations, but there are more of internal problems. We can blame the environment outside, climatic condition, financial condition, social context. All these reasons may be given, but major problem is within. As this Jivan Mukti is a goal, and again we refer to this verse, that we are born here not to cry and weep. Jivan Mukti Sukha Prapti, to gain, that attain that Sukha, happiness, that joy, which is already ours. Jivan Mukti, but while living, not postmortem, after death I will go to heaven. No, that concept is not Vedantic concept. Here and now, to attain to that infinite, limitless joy, blessings, peace, contentment, that is the goal of life. Jivan Mukti Sukha Prapti Hetave Janmadharitam. We are born for that purpose only. But we don't, how much we enjoy that freedom, we all can testify ourselves. We are born for that purpose. Atmana Nitya Muktena, the Atman which is ever free, not to samsara kammaya, not to be running in the transmigrated cycle of suffering and pain and this cycle of endless misery. You solve one problem, it comes another problem, another problem, another problem. From every perspective of our living livelihood, people are trying always solving the problem. But what is the end of problem? You solve one problem, it goes into the other side, and you solve that side, and it goes to the other side. So this is a whole cycle of this searching for a solution, but we are not reaching there at all. And that's why this life is a rotation, birth and death, and cycle continues. So we want that freedom from all types of suffering, freedom from all bonds. And sometimes we try to get out of the iron chain and we get trapped into the golden chain. But we think golden chain is much better. because its price, it has a greater price. But it is a greater binding strength. Sometimes golden chain, iron chain is easy to throw away if you can, but golden chain will another get emotional connection. Oh, it has price, it has its own value in the world. So we are searching for that inner peace and happiness and tranquility through our searching is through the limited senses. And why you are searching? Because we are by nature that eternal blissful we are, but we are trying to, our present situation is that it has brought us down to the body level and mind level. So whatever we try to understand through the senses, to the perception of our objects of the senses and our inner mind and intellect. So running, that's why you are always running towards Rupa, Rasa, Sabda, Gandha, Sparsha. Five things we are running for. Rupa, the eyes always want to see the beauty. Endless, it is how much beauty we have seen from our childhood till today. But still there is no fulfillment of that. Vaishnava literature says, Janama Janamaham Rupa Naharalu. I am seeing beauty, searching for beauty, running for beauty, to enjoy beauty. Janama Janama, not in this life, from childhood till now, and in life previous and a previous life. But Nayana Natiropito Vela, but the nine eyes are not getting satiated. It wants more, it wants more, it wants more. Because Nal Pishukamasti, there is no happiness in the what you perceive through the limited senses. It is Bhuma to Eva. Through the Bhuma, to the infinite only, we can search that. So similarly Rasa, how many objects of the senses we have tested, but there is ever increasing desire to have more and more and more. Shabdos, music, sound, good, and then Gandha, the what you call the fragrance, and touch. It's life wrong, we are running for that, and no gain ultimately, we don't get any satisfaction. So why we are behaving this such a foolish effects we are running for that, and what is the obstacle? Who is creating this obstacle? Being purely our divine nature, being Satchidananda, which is ever full, and we are self-saturated, self-complete, but behaving driven by the impulses like a slave. So what? Why we behave such foolish actions, and which blocks our spiritual growth? In one word, it is called the desire. Kama, Esa. Bhagavad Gita says, Kama Esa, Krodha Esa, Rajaguna Samudbhava. Kama, desire, endless unsatiated desire, that is always driving us to get one to the other to the other. As we said, because we cannot get satisfied with limited, that's why whatever we get, our mind says, I need more and more and more. And not that by nature, this desire is not bad. But our search for desire is the question. That is the blockage. What we are searching we do not know, and what we try to get it through the senses, that does not satisfy us. Therefore, it is the desire itself has a tremendous power. Desire to attain the infinite joy, desire to attain love for God, desire to attain endless beauty, attain to the endless, see the divine beauty. This is also desire. And desire to satisfy our basic things, that's also desire. And the desire to be greedy, that's also desire. To be most unworthy person in the whole world for selfish motivation, that's also desire. So therefore, desire is not to be blamed, but desire as we understand, is the prompting force. Say Buddha, when he talked about everything is filled with suffering and everything has all base is the pain and suffering in life. And then why it is pain and suffering? Simple formula. Because you are born, you have a body. So long you have a body, there is suffering and pain. When you have no body, you don't feel pain and suffering. When you go to deep sleep every night, there is no suffering, no pain, no anxieties, no worries. The whole world dissolves. We are in the most peaceful state during that time. So this desire ceases at one point when we disidentify with our body, this limited body and limited mind. So this is the always taking us desire for the objects which are by themselves limited, and the instrument through which we will perceive that is also limited cannot give me the desire, that desire which is fulfilling desire, that which will be perfectly taking us to the peace eternal. So Bhakti school will sing some songs. Oh my mind, you love mother, the divine. Ramakrishna used to sing this song. You dive deep, oh my mother, into the depth of your heart. And there is gems and pearls at the bottom of your heart. But move on, and you can dive deep and dive deep and dive deep. Not in the external, but dive deep into the core of your heart. And you go there are 6 enemies again. Lust, greed, haughtiness, pride, arrogance. All these are obstacles there. Therefore, they are always searching to catch you and drown you and kill you. But you smear in your body, it's called the turmeric. What is the turmeric powder? Turmeric of this belief that if you wear turmeric around your body, then the crocodiles will not catch you. So that crocodile, of 6 crocodiles are always hunting to catch some prey, but you have to drive through them. Spiritual journey should go dive deep through the obstacles, and 6 obstacles are there. They are always hunting for a prey and to catch them. But what to do? Vivek Holdi, put some turmeric around your body. What is that turmeric powder? It is Viveka. Analyze what is permanent, what is impermanent, what is eternal, what is non-eternal, what is momentary, what is sustaining. So always keep this awareness. I want that eternal, I want that infinite, I want that limitless reality. So you have to smear that type of Viveka Haldi, and then if you do that, these crocodiles will not be able to have any impact on you. So this is a very one turning the desire into another direction. Desire is not to be killed, but the desire, Ramakrishna also said, how our lust will go. Someone put that question, how shall I conquer our lust? Why to conquer or do? Just give a turn. You give a turn into the world and worldliness, give it a turn towards God, finish. Very simple, same love, same affection. Turn towards God, it will conquer. You will be able to conquer all these enemies who is creating obstacles. Bhagavad Gita says, Tribidhang narakasyainam dwaram nashanam atmana kama krodha tatha lobha tasmat etatrayam tajit. Bhagavad Gita says, you have to give up these 3. Why? What are the 3? Kama, Krodha and Lobha. Kama means desire, thirst for enjoyment, for the little things which we are commonly understood. And desire, Krodha comes, which is the second enemy, output of the first one. I desire something and I don't get anything, but someone stops, someone becomes an obstacle, my anger goes. And when anger goes, then we forget who we are. And then third is the greed. Once you got it, even okay, it is all right. I want something and I am trying to receive it. I got it. My desire is satisfied. No, desire will be not satisfied. Greed will come to have it more, second and third and fourth. So continuous effort goes on unconsciously, our mind drives them. So these are the three gateways to the annihilation of our own self. These are the spiritual life which flourishes, which when it is flourished, it gives us that freedom, joy and bliss absolute. That is blocked by these three enemies are always fighting to stopping our journey to that infinite. Kama esha, desire, krodha esha, anger, and tatha lobha. Lobha means the greed, the insatiated greed. So these are creating trouble. So we understand that very important point, fundamental point is the desire. And whole Buddhistic literature talks about desire. In Hindu literature, is conquer, go above, don't run after the sense objects. They are always giving this instruction because that is the root cause. But not. We are all searching for divine. We are all searching for infinite joy. Only we don't get it. So what we get instantly, you are a healthy food is good, but we get easily cheap and also affordable expenses to our capacities. So getting some McDonald food or something which is very tasty immediately, but it keeps so much of cholesterol and other aspects. We don't care for that thing because it is easily available, cheap and reach within my reach. Therefore, but I don't want that, I want infinite joy. But still whatever comes in front within our range, we take it. So that is the problem is there. So kama, and this is because of this why we are here, because of we have a body, and this body, why do we have a body? Because we have a purpose of this body. Human body has a purpose. Every body can enjoy only one type of thing. No, we human beings can enjoy. We are greatest among creation. That's why we can enjoy through the eyes, through the ears, through the nose, through the tongue, through the touch. But other animals, maybe they can enjoy only one or two of the organs. Some of the animals will be able to see and their enjoyment in the seeing. Some is tongue, some is touch. So, but human are the highest creation. So all these fives are strong there. That's why Shankaracharya also mentioned that Kuranga, Patanga, Meena. The night time there is a open fire, and the patanga, the flies will come and they'll just run towards the light and die into the fire. They are attracted to that. So one sense organ is enough to kill them, and we have 5 sense organs. Therefore, they all delude us day and night. And we are searching not little, but we are always searching the infinite. But availability is within that range. That's why we get drawn into it. So therefore, it is we are born because of our desire. What I desire to fulfill, this life is meant for that. And in this life, what we gain experience of this life, and when we die, then another desire comes. I had this body, I have got this whatever I could enjoy, but still I want another something. Therefore, the desire leading to life after life, life after life. That is the Buddha's formula. So, pratitta samuccaya tattva. That's it. I am not going into it that. But the theory is that desire prompts us to action, action prompts us to desire, fulfillment of desire, and action prompts us to another desire. One desire leads me to action, and that makes the life move on. And after reaching that, again desire comes for something else, and then I move from there to fulfill the desire. I do some activities, and after doing that activities, its good and bad experiences guides me to have another life again. So life after life, this cycle goes on, and therefore this we have to be careful about the three things which we can overcome, because these are the enemies of our spiritual life. So because why? Because we are guided. Gita says we have three gunas: sattvika quality, rajas quality, and tamas quality. We are all pure. Vedanta says, I am pure now, only the Maya or ignorance has covered me. And what is ignorance? That is said the three gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas. Three gunas are acting, coming in between Atman and myself, and they are creating this, my tendencies, my activities, my desires, my prompting, my all actions. Sattvika quality person, if it is imbibed with the sattvika quality thing, they will enjoy the world differently. They will be happy people, they will be serving others, they will be generous, they will be kind, they are God loving, they are peaceful people. Rajas and tamas will be totally different. Anger, frustration, there are endless qualifications are there to be a tamasic person, to be a rajasic person. We can match now easily, seeing our condition around. So it says that kama esho, krodha esho, rajaguna samudbhava. You know, this desire comes which destroys our freedom. That is the kama, is this rajaska, rajaguna. Rajas brings that activities of haughtiness and ignorance. And there, unless one rises into the sattvika quality, this tamas and rajas cannot be conquered. So kama, krodha and raja, they desire and thirst for joy, and the consequence, when we don't get that joy, then obstacle comes, we get angry, and anger when comes, it leads us to, as we understand, all senseless thoughts and ideas, our actions are all misguided. We forget who we are, our memory goes away, our understanding loses, we lose our understanding, and we behave like not that a human being, subhuman or something, beast. And then after doing all these efforts, when we get into that point, that also is greed brings us into our next movement. Now, how we cannot conquer these three gunas, this anger, this desire and the greed, unless we direct our consciousness from quality of living of tamas quality to rajas quality. Kama covers our knowledge, the desire covers our knowledge. In the Bhagavad Gita it says, this kama, this desire, actually dilutes and covers our understanding, and that's why it is treated by the people of intelligence, people of spiritual wisdom, as their ever enemy. Because kama, krodha, who have been conquered this desire, this petty desire, and have mastered in directing their desire into the higher realm, they are jyotis, they are the renunciate people. They have detached themselves from this little pettiness, and they are self-controlled people, and what they attain? They attain what is called Brahman, they attain the nirvana, the state of perfect peace, and from all corners their heart and soul becomes full. That's why he said, kama krodha vijuktanam, those who are mastered in separating their desire and their anger and their greed, what they do? They obhito brahma nirvanam, in that peace of joy of the Brahman, or the peace of joy of their eternal self, fulfills their heart from all direction, and they remain in that knowledge of self. And those who do not, So, do not, when they are driven by the kama, what happens? Bhagavad Gita gives a very direct statement that kama masrita duspuram, they are who are run by the insatiable desires, it will be, their life will be full of hypocrisy. More dambha, mano, manadnita, those people will be, as is the quality of life will be found, an expression will be found in his life, that they are, who are attached to the tremendous desire for worldliness, their nature will be, their insatiable desire will show them dambha. Dambha means full of hypocrisy. Their life will be full of hypocrisy. They will be proud, the pride, mana. I am the Lord of the universe. Who is there and like me? I can do whatever I like. I am the Lord of the universe. Pride and mado, arrogance, holding some evil ideas. They engage in action with impure resolve. So they get themselves engaged in actions which is impure resolution, and it leads to arrogance, it's a pride and it's hypocrisy. Bound by hundreds of ties of hope, given over the lust and anger, they strive to secure by unjust means hoarding of wealth for sensual enjoyment. They follow frenzy, falsehood and fraud in their life. So this is the karma can lead to us. This Rajaguna creates all these dangerous reactions. It kills our spiritual potential. The spiritual nature is totally covered with much darkness, with much covering of clouds and clouds, layers of cloud, and engaging them, that evil ideas, they engage in all these impure activities, and they are bound by 100 ties of hope. One expectation is fulfilled, I will do the other, and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, limitless hope. Given over to lust and anger. They are driven by no higher qualities of life, and that is as if their life is only, every time you will see them, their anger is so expressed outwardly that it destroys the whole peace of others. They strive to secure, they strive to secure for themselves by unjust means and holding wealth for their own personal enjoyment. So these are the qualities of a person who is following not a spiritual life, all are journeying in the spiritual life, not knowing how they are going, but knowingly or unknowingly everyone is moving in spiritual life, from the tamas to rajas to sattva. But these people are all deluded, and that's why the three enemies, they entertain them: desire, krodha, anger, and lova. Kama, krodha and lova, and the greed. So entertaining them, they kill themselves. So this has been the thing, this type of people will be thinking that I have gained today this goal. This desire I shall fulfill tomorrow. This is mine. That wealth also shall be mine tomorrow. I will conquer this country today, tomorrow that country, I will control this and control that and control that. These are the nature of desire, and this desire is insatiable. That enemy has been slain by me, and others I shall slay. I am the Lord. I enjoy. I am successful. I am powerful. I am happy. These will be the types of tendencies in that person, Gita says. And Gita says also that I am rich. I am born from well-born family. Who is equal to me? Thus deluded by ignorance, bewildered by many of a fancy, enmeshed in the snare of delusion, addicted to the gratification of the lust, they fall into the foul of hell. Bhagavad Gita says that is the outcome of that desire. Desire can lead us to downgrade journey to that part. And then says, the deluded by ignorance, bewildered by many fancies. There will be endless fancy to fulfill the sense in the delusion, addicted to the gratification of the lust, and they fall into the foul of hell. Given over ego, powers, insolence, lust and wrath, these malicious people hate me in their own bodies and of those others. So, this is the question we have to understand. To diagnose anything, we need to find out, to get some medicine for our cure, we need to know where is the problem. So, the problem, as we just talked about, is all within, in our mind, and how we can train our mind to this type of searching for the truth, and that searching for that which is of eternal nature. So, the service practice should be that, and we to know how what to avoid. So, here is the three things to be avoided, as is the point of discussion today. Kama, as I said, desire, and then krodha, anger, and lobha. These are not three things actually. It is a starting point is kama. So we have to come back to the so many problems who are the enemies of our life. We can now trace back to what is the cause of all this suffering. It is my desire. And my desire is not wrong, but my selection is wrong. Which direction I want to go, what type of joy I want. I will be happy with a temporary, momentary joy, followed by so much of suffering and pain, or I shall ask for certain something, that joy, which will be eternal nature. Direction should be given, which direction. Our power remaining the same, this journey into the spirit or journey into darkness is our choice. So, fundamental point is that spiritual life, we always think that we are not flourishing in our spiritual growth. We are not really developing in our, I have no vision, I have no experience, I am doing japa, I am doing practice. We may complain all these things all through the life, but we have to find out where is the problem. According to Bhagavad Gita, this is the problem. All boils down to desire. And what desire? See, desiring God, people give up their hearth and home, their wealth, prosperity, their relationship, everything. Loving God, creating a relationship with God. That's also desire. And then by that desire, they are reducing their needs. How the needs can be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. How little they can live with and how happy they can be. I am not saying that everyone should be penniless like a monk, that is not the point. But the point is that how one can live in the eternal life of joy, living in the world itself, reducing mentally, clearing the desires. Not desire free, but desiring the desirable. To find out what is desirable and take course to that. People may try, that has been tried by everyone. These teachings of Bhagavad Gita, the teachings of the Upanishads are given for time immemorial, it is there. But who will accept when and who will reject when, it is individual choice. So, we understand that the kama, krodha and lobha, one leads to the other. Desire will lead to fulfillment of the desire. So, if anyone comes, kamat krodho vijayate, Bhagavad Gita again says, it desires something and it is unfulfilled. If by a person, our anger goes on that person. If the environment, it goes against the environment. to a country, it goes in against the country. So everything is directed by our own mind. So what I desire. So this desire, when it is the cause of suffering, then how to desire higher desire, how to practice that I will be every day, inner light will be shining more and more expressed in my life. I can feel the presence of the sukha, that joy, here and everywhere. So this choice is ours. It is very important point, and how we can handle that desire is that all spiritual teachers are teaching us how to, as Sri Ramakrishna said, desire is not bad, but how to give it to God and think that it is for higher joy, to attain to the absolute joy, limitless joy. That's why Ananda, we discussed many times, this Ananda, joy or God or bliss is same. It is divided into three: Vishayananda, Bhajanananda, Brahmananda. We can desire, we can find happiness in Vishayananda, what we ordinary people normally live in that level. Only eating, only seeing, only hearing, only tasting, only touching. That's common. There is no speciality in it. All the whole world is created like that. Birds, animals, human, subhuman, we call it even superhuman, gods and goddesses, they all fall in the category. To have joy, sensate joy, the experience of happiness and peace through the sense perception, to fulfill that attempt, nothing wrong. But we get very little joy and so much gets diffused in the transition. When the light, 1000 bulb light is here and is covered with a deep dark covering, nothing comes out outside. A little bit comes out, we are happy with it. As Ramakrishna said, the rats don't find the stalk of the rice stalk, and they go and eat 1 or 2 grains and become happy and go back. They do not know the entire stalk of lifelong they can enjoy that eternal joy, that stock of storage of spiritual treasure is there. But with the little thing which the sensate universe can give, we get satisfied there. Then comes another. People try to search something through the higher, and they practice then bhajanananda. Okay, going to some place, singing the glories of God, chanting the name of Lord, thinking something higher, looking at the infinite sky, its creation, creator, who has done it. See the beauty in the infinite sky, see the beauty in the infinite ocean, the beauty in the flowers and fruits and everything, seeing whose smile is behind all this creation. It is a doing this bhajanananda, singing, repeating the Lord's name, doing something, it is uplifting something and which is giving a joy, that's also joy. When we go to some holy congregation and everyone is having some spiritual singing and dancing in the name of God going on, you go and you be a part of it and have an experience, and you find that if that joy touches your heart, after 1 month if you remember that joy, that will be giving you boosting. Your mind gets uplifted. You feel a touch of that joy. But the material joy, sensate joy, yesterday's good food, tongue experience, today's tongue will say, hey, it will bring me not in happiness, it will bring me in depression. Today's food is bad. But yesterday's food was good. But yesterday's food did not give me a boosting, rather it is pulling me down. That's the Vishayananda. With the sensate experience, that is the result. But bhajanananda, when you are doing it for God or keeping our mind in a lofty thought, what happens? It is just giving you a boost instantly. At the same time, it will have its impact after several days. Even if you have a good dream, we dream so many things. A good dream, a noble dream, You went to a temple, you go into a church, you have some sudden show some light, even in dream. Remember this after 1 month, 1 year, 10 years, it will give you a boosting. That's a sign that is a higher boosting. So Vishaya Ananda, Bhajana Ananda. And then practicing this, entirely understanding the mind to be purified and purified and purified. This kama and krodha lose their grip upon us, always pulling in this different directions. When it loses its strength and power, what will happen? Inner strength and power will go, and it will take us, the very first song I just referred, to dive deep into in the very base of the heart, where is infinite number of pearls and jewels are there. Limitless joy is there when they go there, and that becomes endless, beginningless joy. And that is never to lose anything. That's called the Brahma Jnana. That's called the happiness we are searching for. So this is the 3 stages everyone goes through. But our teaching here is that 3 enemies, you can concentrate into one and say it is only the desire. And desire is the cause of all our bondage, and desire is the cause of our freedom. Desiring higher, divine and absolute, people are getting eternal freedom from all expectation, bondage, suffering, control, enjoying the total freedom. And again, desiring worldly thing, it leads us to downgrade journey, and that's called hell. In Hinduism, it means hell means ignorance. It takes us to more and deeper ignorance, and not knowing that we are something else than this, and we have some eternal store of energy within us and power within us. Forgetting that, we get involved into this action. And these actions are very important. That actions then gets transformed. Selfishness to selflessness. Also, it should be manifested in life. We are conquering our enemies. Is it really we are doing or not? It will be reflected in the life. Whether the person who is practicing this is becoming a more unselfish, more concerned about the suffering of others. Their heart actually could not do anything, at least they cry and they pray for the good of others. If that is developing simultaneously, that is the sattvika quality is coming up, and that is the right direction given to the mind or to the kama, that desire, fulfilling that. And every desire can be directed towards God. That's why the different moods, the bhavakal, and the Vaishnava literature in the devotional practice, they create different relationship with God, because giving their all the emotions towards God. Love is an emotion, hatred is an emotion, friendship is an emotion. So master-servant relationship is an emotional connection. So they direct all their emotions towards God in their day-to-day living, and make their life a path enemy free. And these enemies get away. And that's why, as the song says, that the enemy of crocodile who are killing us, are going to catch our limbs and cut it to pieces. This ignorance can be overcome by smearing what you call the viveka haldi, the turmeric powder of what you call the discrimination, discernment. This is the discernment. Which direction I will put my desire, this direction or that direction. They give the example, it is not the fault of the car to drive backward, but the gear is in the back side, that's why. And we are driving, but driving is good, but the car is not moving, that's rather going in the opposite direction. So we have to change the gear. Only the karma in this material, from little to that infinite, but small to that vast. It is not losing anything. Desire is not, we are not losing. Sometimes people say, oh, monks have renounced everything. Monks have renounced nothing. They are enjoying everything because they are given little. Swami Premeshananda Maharaj used to say, somebody came to Swami Premeshananda Swami and said that, "Oh Swami, you are so great, you have renounced everything for God, and how great are you?" They said, I have renounced nothing. I have renounced the petty thing to get the huge, big expected thing is there. I am hoping for that. And you people have given up this huge entity and you are searching for this. We are happy with these things. So your renunciation is much better. You have given the bigger job. $1 million you have given up, and you are happy with $100. So, but it's just joke. Point is that actually we are all searching for that, only how to change our attitude and how to direct our desire in a proper way to enrich our spiritual life. It is for our own well-being. We need this analysis and discrimination and finding the enemy, to fight with the enemy, not with anger or frustration, but giving a twist from world to God, nothing to zero, nothing to fullness. Anitya Nityanam, Nitya Anityanam. He is the eternal in this changeful universe. Anitya Nityanam. Chetanas Chetananam. He is the consciousness, digressing our consciousness from the apparent reality to that eternal consciousness. Chetanas Chetanam. Eko Bahunang Vidadhati Kaman. That one divine entity which gives light and joy to everyone, that is to be searched for, and that is to be looked at. And by our own effort and God's grace, that will make us a meaningful living, and life should be purposeful. Thank you.
Please put anklets on my feet, that I may dance with thee, in joy may dance with thee. Your loving heart is all I seek, and just to dance with thee, how I long to dance with thee. I hear your flute calling me to your ocean of bliss, to your lotus most sweet. You are the treasure within my heart, my dearest companion, my eternal companion. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Jai Rama Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Jai Rama Krishna, Hare Hare. Please put anklets on my feet, that I may dance with thee, in joy may dance with thee. Your loving heart is all I seek, and just to dance with thee, how I long to dance with thee. I hear your flute calling me to your ocean of bliss, to
next evening. This coming Sunday, Swami Chit Brahmananda will be speaking. What is the topic? Practice for the now. Oh, practice for the now. So, next week, Swami Chit Brahmananda will be speaking and other classes as usual. And we shall greet you, and then you have question answer here. If you have any, we can spend some time to talk about your question. Now we'll close with a chant. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Om, peace, peace, peace.
Thank you very much. Swami, thank you very much for not just this week, but several of your talks that have touched me very deeply, and I'm glad to have a minute to ask you a question. Today, in your talk, you opened this question for my heart, and it's something I've been thinking of, and this is the question. From my tradition, sometimes the Christian tradition, we would talk about grace, that would see the moment, would see the opportunity to make the choice to seek the eternal and to make the good choices you talked about this morning. And it puzzles me that one guy is going to get that insight, one guy is going to drop to that, and then the next guy is going to spend the rest of his days miserable. So I would like to know what you have to say about, is this available to everybody as a principle or something else?
Yeah, it is available to everybody. Okay, hold it, myself. It is available to everybody. God's grace is always available for everyone. We think that God is not gracious, but we are not gracious to receive His grace. Ramakrishna gave the example, the wind is blowing and the boat is in the river. The sail is to be hoisted, and then you will see the boat is catching the grace. But I am not hoisted my sail, air is there, but I am no tool to catch that grace. That is our mental development. The same discussion we did it. It may be very touching to some people. It may not have any effect to anyone. It is not the message what is being given. I am not saying anything my own. These are the message of the Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads and the teachings of the great souls. But it catches someone, does not catch someone. Is it the partiality of the speaker or the recipient side? So we should be recipient. And our search for joy is not wrong, as I discussed. Those who have not finished with the experiences, if you say, I like ice cream, and I eat ice cream and I enjoy ice cream, and someone says, hey, don't take ice cream is bad, it is bad for cholesterol, it is bad for your sugar, and you don't take so much, take 1 spoon, but I like more and more I take. You cannot, by giving advice on medical science, will not solve my problem. I will have to understand that it is not good for me. And what is good? Substitute. We cannot live with vacuum. We need some substitute. What is the next best substitute? Healthy food. So what is the healthy food? These are the healthy food we are talking about. So we should have to receptivity, no? So our mind should be trained to think some noble thoughts, and mind will have the capacity to absorb these things. We are all the same. God's grace is everywhere. Look at that. You go outside, stand here, the greenery of the leaves, the beauty of the shining reflection on the trees, the wavy waters in the ocean, the sky, the same beauty. One may be charmed seeing this beauty, and they can thank beauty, beauty, beauty. Someone said, no, no, no. Who is behind the beauty? It is the Lord God. He is everywhere. He created. It is His glory. Same object, object remaining same. See how the reactions are changing. And this beauty, can someone be just like Ramakrishna? Had he been here, he would be in Samadhi. Why? He sees that whose beauty? It is the beauty of that Satchidananda reflecting through the name and form. So it is our growth, our spiritual growth and development is the cause of perception, or simply purification of the mind. We see through the lens of I am seeing through this lens, but actually all of us are seeing through the lens of our own mind. As is my mind, so I react in the world. The same situation going on all over the country. Now, some people are worried and really tensed, and they're really thinking what will happen, what will happen. Some are being, good, this is the right thing, it should be done more. The same situation is same, reactions are different. Rajas, that's why Vedanta will say three gunas, Rajas, Sattva and Tamas. According to the preponderance of these three qualities, the light, inner light shines out and it looks different. That is the great, that there is the potential need for spiritual practice. Every day repeating the holy name, singing His glories, leading something uplifting, chanting the mantras, or listening to holy talks, going to a congregation to join in that spiritual uplifting mood. So these are the efforts to make the mind pure, 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 pure. I give the common example all the time. The sun is always in the sky. This morning it was all, we don't see the sun, because it was not, the sun was not there. I say the sun is not here. Sun is not here is not a correct language. Sun is there and I am here, not to doubt about these two. But problem came in between some clouds or frost or mist or whatever, fog, whatever language you see. That is not blocking, that is my vision is blocked. Remove the fog, sun is here. You want to, okay, let the fog be, let me get out, you take a rocket and go up, the fog will go away for you. Spiritual rocket. Mantra japa, singing bhajan, doing good to others, loving others, all these qualities, take a rocket and go. And one can go down also, taking the rocket downward. More darkness, more darkness, more darkness, arrogance, haughtiness. I will control the world, Mexico will come under me, this will go under this, I will purchase this, I will do that, the whole world is mine. Okay, that's also one expression of the truth. So this is the point. Spirituality is unfoldment into higher and higher and brighter and peaceful, joyful expression of the reality. Will come out more and more and more. God's grace is everywhere, all the time. For Hindus, for Muslims, for Christians, for people of Judaism, or followers of Vaishnavas or Shaivas or Shaktas or whatever in the world, every human personality, God's grace is equal. Sun shines equally. Yes, sun has no personality. Sun has no personality for anyone. You are a rich guy, he will give more sun to you and not to me. No, he is one. And the sun is the controller of everything. See? We are here. Why? At a time. I have this much time and I will go to the temple, I will sit there. But sun does not do anything. But sun is controlling the life of all of us. Birds, reptiles, animals, humans. Day coming, night coming. And in the day and night we are organizing all activities. All our activities are dictated by whom? Dictated by the sun, is it not? Sun does not come to you and me, say, hey, John, do this. He does not say like that. They say, oh, Parvati, go here. They are not saying anything. But the sun is there. Oh, I'll have to go. I have to catch a flight. Oh, I'll have to get shower. Oh, I'll have to go to the office. Oh, I'm tired, I'll sleep. Why? It is 12 o'clock. Okay? So 12 o'clock, sun does not do anything. It is there. God is like that. He is there. The whole world is working because of His presence. He shines everywhere. His joy is everywhere. But our receptive mind is dull and clouded, which does not allow. So clean the mind. Manaeva manushyanang karanang mandhamokshaya. Mind is the cause of all bondage. Mind is the cause of all freedom. That mind is called the cause of freedom, bondage, which takes us to world and worldliness only, meanness, unkindness, a central life centered around small ego. That is called the ignorance. And then expand, that's called godliness.
Thank you. You spoke about desire in today's service, and I understand that my desire for pleasure or freedom from suffering even wants cause me a lot of suffering, and they're not helpful. But you also, I think if I understood you correctly, you spoke of transmuting that desire to a desire for God, for truth, etc. And but I have found that sometimes that desire for God can also cause suffering, especially when I feel that I have failed to find God, to achieve closeness with God, to let go of desire, etc. So I think it's a subtle thing, perhaps, that I'm speaking of, but maybe you could clarify that for me.
Wonderful. That is very good. You are very practical. Yeah, there is a desire for God realization. We have become monks. The only goal, God realization. This I am talking, I am serving God so that my mind becomes clear, not for anyone's benefit. But this seeking for God, when it becomes intense, it causes pain and suffering. But that is a blessed pain, blessed suffering. That is the time before the sun is rising, the dawn, the light will come up. Yearning is necessary. That's called yearning. If we suppose, I give you an example, a boy-girl loves a girl, or a girl loves a boy. They love each other, but they have no yearning to meet together. How is that? Does it happen? It is impractical. You love God, you should feel attraction for that. Until you meet together, you will be having tremendous pain in your heart. That's called in Sanskrit language, it's called viraha. It is called separation anxiety. Divine, divine. That is Srimati, Radharani in the Vaishnava tradition. You go to the Vrindavan, thousands and thousands of people live there with this spiritual attitude. God is my husband. I will meet him. And when shall I meet him? That cry, that weep, that feeling, that will come. So that is natural. And that only difference between the ordinary love and this human love, divine love is this. Ordinary love, separation, it is an anxiety and burning, only burning. It does not give joy. But for God, when you are yearning and crying and weeping and not getting, that is, yes, it is a separation, pain of separation, but there is fulfillment inside. If it is genuine, you will feel how your heart is, because you are thinking of God. Your heart is saturated with the love of God. When you think of something small, then your heart will be filled with that small thing. When you think of God as the infinite absolute Satchidananda, then it will be filled, there is no room left to be filled up with something else. And that is a necessary condition for love for God. And that yearning is wonderful. Welcome. Blessed. All the Christian mystics, Saint Teresa of Avila, and you read their lives, you will find, thanks for Christ, the separation. What is that? Beautiful. In our Vaishnava literature, it is filled with, in Hindu religion, you can find that trace of that expression here and there, everywhere. And that is the natural outcome of a loving God, because He is pure, and that pure love. And also understand, when you are asking for God, you are asking too much. Too much means God. Everything is God. The stars and galaxies, how many stars and galaxies are there? Millions, billions, trillions, zillions of stars, no? We are living in our own planet Earth. And in that planet Earth, we live in America. In America, we live in Santa Barbara. And in Santa Barbara, I am one guy. This is my entity. And who is God? Who have created by just twinkling of an eye. And where thrice the whole universe came out. That Lord, infinite, absolute, who permeates everything. To reach that, you want to be $1 trillion now. So your effort should be so much. We get a job of $10, I can go to McDonald's and find a job. Easily. Within a day or two I may apply and find out. You want a job of $100,000 job, you need more qualification and other things to apply here and there, and time taking thing. So when our goal is too high, our effort should be much. And this effort has a joy in it. This search for God, there is a great joy in it, though frustration is there. I am trying, but I don't get anything. I close my eyes, it is all dark. I now doubt whether God is there or not. This will come. But ultimately, truth will reveal. That's why spiritual practice is very important. Otherwise people talk about religion only. People are talking about religion only, going to church, going to temple, not focusing on this. This Ramakrishna Vivekananda Vedanta in which we are, he came to live this life. He didn't go for your study. We know that without reading book, how can we know the philosophy? Ramakrishna did not do it. This guy didn't do anything in the temple. He just said, Mother, God as Mother Divine. Ma, you are there. I have heard that you are there. I have heard that you have given vision to these saintly people like Ram Prasad, Kamalakanta and other saintly people, I am your innocent child, please appear before me. Cried and wept and day and night crying and weeping, crying and crying. You said, talking about the yearning, he used to rub his face on the sandy bed of the Ganga. All bleeding will be all over the body. In pain, I have not seen you, please come. And he was the example that is called spiritual. And he attained to that highest experience when his life was, he thought this life is meaningless. And he was going to kill himself with a sword. And that before that moment, had the vision, and that vision solved the whole problem. So spirituality is realization. Vivekananda says, it is not in doctrine or dogma. Vivekananda says that we are all divine. Each soul is potentially divine. You, me, everyone. Divine, all divine. Lowest crawling worm to the highest God. All are one. The goal is to manifest this divinity, but who is manifesting this divinity? And how to do that? Do it either by work, selfless work, worship, do puja, prayer, chanting, mantra, philosophy, bring Vedanta philosophy, non-dual, absolute, qualified non-dualism, absolutism, or personal God, impersonal God, whatever idea. Bring all these analysis and try to think what is real, what is unreal. No? And then by meditation. Do by following one path or combine all these practices and be free. This is the whole of religion. Freedom. Freedom from shackles of all imperfections. Bondage. We are all slaves of the nature. Every day we are doing slavery. Whatever something comes, my eyes will have to run towards that. I am a slave, I cannot stop my thing. I won't see. I hear, okay, run, hearing. Fragrance, all the cosmetic, what you call the university of perfume industry, $1 trillion industry. Everyone, this is good. But how long? How long? Beautiful food. How many restaurants in the whole world, no? People are going to this Paris to eat that hotel and that restaurant. This is special for this in Santa Barbara. That's there in Hollywood. That's one. But running. That satisfies the tongue. Tell your mind, hey, how many times you ate the good food? What is the result of it? Why are you still running for tongue satiation? And tongue is what? Good food is how long? Tip of the tongue and throat. Boost. Then now is a memory. Is it not? Food, enjoyment of food is how long? The tongue to the throat. Bah! For that, how much energy to be given? How much cooking time is necessary? So all these things. So these are all, that's why it is not bad. But we have to analyze, this is only little. I cannot stay with little. I want infinite. I want limitless. That's the craving for everyone. Actually craving for God. Even people are craving for any sensate experience, they do not know it is all for God. There is nothing but God in the world. That is to be just how you are absorbing that through different media. Okay, any question?
You spoke about this desire for the desireless. Could you speak a bit about the quality of discernment that is needed in that task?
Desire is, as I said, desire for desiring what? Your question, let me understand again, please.
Yeah, you spoke about this desire for the desireless, meaning
Desireless.
the
You
desire
become
that
the-
takes you to the
Yeah.
realization of God.
Yeah, right. Good. Desire, why we desire? Why we desire? Because I think I have not it, I will have to get it. Is it not? I am seeking for something and I have not that, and I will get it. It is here, I will get it. This attempt to get, I get it, get it, get it. I get a beautiful vase, flower vase, I get a beautiful house, I get a beautiful car, I get a beautiful friend. Okay, get it. What you get, you have to lose. There is nothing as such. I love, you may love anyone to the core of your heart. When death comes, it separates. Practical life's reality. I am not philosophizing anything, it is a reality. But are you happy with that? Getting and losing, getting and losing, getting and losing? No. I want to get that which is eternal. How to get? You cannot get that. You are that. You are only seeing to get outside, but you never turn back your focus in your heart. Take a selfie. Selfie is the best suggestion. Nothing to get. You have. You are. You don't look at. Our ancient scriptures tell that the women, when they keep their golden chain, sometimes forget. And she's searching for everywhere. Why did I leave my chain? Why did I? And someone says, "Arey, why are you searching? It is here. It is already here. It was there. But I was deluded. I will have to get it." And that search for getting continues, and we get frustrated one time. There is a song, Nabh kamal mein hai kasturi, kaise bharam mite pushukare, bina sadguru jiv aise hi dhoonde, jaise mrig fire banakare. This is talking about a deer. The deer having in its pouch that beautiful fragrance called kasturi, perfume, very costly perfume. It's called perfume, and its fragrance is maddening. So when the deer gets that smell, he finds, where shall I get it? And it is said that they run 50, 60 miles in the forest in search of that fragrance, not to understand it is in its own pouch. We are all running like a slave in the world, finding little peace, little happiness, little grace, little kindness, little sweetness, little love. But infinite love, infinite grace, infinite is here itself. That's why the song is there. Tai yogi dhano dhare huye giri guhavasi nibiro adhare mator chamake o ruporasi. In the deepest darkness, O Mother, your glory, your light flashes all around. And that's why the yogis go into the deepest cave of darkness and think of your eternal effulgent light. So this is the search we to get there. And I am not to get anything, already it is here, I am not aware. That's why again and again I sing this song also. Mirabai sang that song. Sadhan karna chahiye manwa, bhajan karna chahiye, prem lagana chahiye manwa, preet karna chahiye, bhajan karna chahiye. You have to love God. You have to do prayer, you have to do meditation, bhajan, singing His glories, thinking of the divine, not something extraterrestrial. It is in me, my real nature. But we worship that eternal truth because we cannot think of that. We make an image or symbol of it. As like a photograph of my father, if I keep it in my pocket, that this photograph is a paper, an ink. It is not my father, but it reminds me of the father. That's why we take the symbols. Okay? Thank you.